Welcome everybody. We are doing the second weekly live stream here to end off the month. Well, I guess next week is end of the month, but welcome all of you on YouTube as well as the Discord. If you want a clearer view, those of you that are on YouTube, join our Discord, discord.gg/lux. We're doing a stage in here. You can get probably your questions answered easier as well. We got our main man Mickey here. He's constantly in the chat guiding everybody and their charts and understanding of the LuxAlgo indicators. But yeah, let's get it going and take us away, Mickey.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Thank you, Jacob, and we'll catch you on the flip side here, okay? All righty. Let me scan the chat real quick to see if anyone has any questions. On my chart right now, I have two charts on the template. The left one is signals and overlays, and the matrix, both on default settings, as well as the price action concepts on the right-hand side at default. Okay. Let's see what we have in chats. Everything's good. Okay, let me head to the charts right now. Let's see. All right. So when you load your indicators, let me enlarge this one here, signals and overlays, okay? This is the basic chart, default settings, and what I do every morning is I scan the markets. I want to know what was going on and what's currently forming in the markets as a whole. I just want to have a general bias, right? So what I do is I convert these charts to something visually appealing to me so it can help me make my decisions. I'll change this chart for Heikin Ashi bars from regular candlesticks to Heikin Ashi, and I'll turn on Neo Cloud. Gives me a longer view of the markets. Okay, and the first asset I always have the dollar on the 1 hour time frame with Heikin Ashi bars. Okay. Let's see, let me go through the settings right now real quick, okay? We'll get into the details a little bit later. I have the confirmation and exits on, right? Autopilot long-term, right here, autopilot long-term with the Neo Cloud enabled. That's pretty much it, okay, for signals and overlays. What I also added to the chart is price action concepts, just the premium and discount zones. That's all I have on the signals and overlays. Okay, the matrix oscillator matrix, the only number 2. That's pretty much it. Slight difference. Okay. Now I scan the markets, all right? Right now, just eyeballing this, dollar index is bullish, okay? The next asset class I'm gonna take a look at is the futures market, mainly Big Daddy S&P, all right? We are bearish. When dollar is bullish, we tend to be bearish on the markets. Okay. Next one, NASDAQ should follow suit. Bearish. Next asset class, Forex. I love Forex. Euro and the USD dollar. When the dollar goes up, the Euro USD goes down. Bearish. Most times, not tick for tick, not bar for bar, but in general, the correlation is there. Next pair I watch, USDJPY, bullish. Okay, when the dollar is bullish, the USDJPY is bullish. Okay, again, not for tick, not bar for bar, maybe, not all the time, not 100%, but in general, the bias is there for the correlation in general, okay? Now, those are the basic simple charts of signals and overlays that I personally trade. And these strategies, there's a few similar strategies and strategies I've posted in our VIP Discord group, Pro Strategies group, where we provide indicator settings and setups and what to look for. And some of these strats, we actually post the actual template to be saved on your trading view as well, okay? I'm glancing over at the chats on YouTube and Discord. I'll get to those chats in a little bit. Okay, let me go through the price action concepts templates. Okay, and what I look for too. I do the same thing. I go dollar index and I go through my core 5, core 4, core 5. Okay, dollar index. On the price action concepts, I love, I'm going to stress again, I love the 4-hour chart for a trend bias utilizing the 4-hour order blocks. Okay, there's the dollar index. Next one, E-mini futures, S&P, right? 4-hour order blocks. And I'm going to go back to the ES and I'm going to briefly go over a trade, an executed trade that I completed about, I would say about a couple hours ago, I think. It was a nice one, 45 ticks about, but, and more, but you know me, I'll close out early. Okay, that is ES. Next one is the NASDAQ. Right, 4-hour order block chart, NASDAQ. Next one on the Forex, Big Daddy, Euro USD. Okay, 4-hour order blocks. Take a look at price reaction and rejection throughout these 4-hour order blocks. They don't happen all the time, but most times they do. It's not 100% of the time, but it's pretty good. Let's zoom out a little bit. These are the order blocks that were formed a couple months ago. Now it's retesting, rejection, right? Okay. Next one. USDJPY. 4-hour order blocks. A nice simple chart. No metrics, no internal activity, no market structure. I just want a clean chart, right? Those features, those minute detail features, fair value gaps, structure change, your chotches, your breakup support, you know, all that will be on a lower time frame, okay? But for the higher time frame I use for trend bias, I just want to visually see where I'm at in relationship to these 4-hour order blocks, okay? Take a look at this. 4-hour order blocks being overlapped, tested it, another rejection, and it screams higher, right? That was a major one, a lot of overlaps. Now we're at the high point. Look how many times it tagged it. All right, that is how I use the 4-hour order blocks. Okay. All right, let me head over to the ESE mini and let me go over how I trade this chart. This is also a strategy I have posted in our VIP Discord group in the Pro Strategies forums, where I detail the indicator settings, which is pretty simple, and the actual setup I'm looking for 2 paths, right? I'm looking to trade above a 4-hour order block or below a 4-hour order block. I am not looking to trade inside the order blocks. I could. There are great concepts and there are great triggers and setups inside these 4-hour order blocks. But I just want to concentrate on one concept alone that provides me, on average, about 2 to 3 trades on an instrument a week. That's all. Sometimes less. It all depends, right? How many days is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have had to wait for 4 days on a play right here, right? 1, 2. I would have to wait for 2 days, right? But if I'm watching multiple assets, I could be sitting pretty for the week, right? Okay. Let me head over to the ES right now and show you what I mean. Okay. Early today, let's back up. Last night, yesterday, I kind of briefly discussed the ES action here, right? We were at somewhere around here, right? And what I did was I overlaid the Neo Cloud. This is something unique that you're not P group that I just added on about a couple weeks ago, right? What I do is I use signals and overlays, right? And I enable the Neo Cloud only. That's it, okay? Only. Let me disable the price action concept so you can visually see what I am seeing, right? Let me take this down a notch, all right? There. Here's the Neo Cloud on 4-hour candlesticks. I use the Neo Cloud as a trend direction, a longer trend direction. And I also use this as support and resistance, such as an order block, right? We use as support and resistance, retracement, bounce back up or down. I use the Neo Cloud in the same fashion. All right. Okay, let's turn on the order blocks, and we'll go down to a lower time frame. Okay, this is what I'm saying. In the chat room, there are 2 paths. There are only 2 paths that I'm looking at. Okay, we are looking for break to the upside, all right? Or we are looking for, let's restart this. Price was over here. We are looking for price to the downside, all right? That's what I'm looking for, all right? I was actually looking for a break to the upside, to be honest with you, right? That's what I was looking for. But things have changed, right? Things have changed today, and this is what I did, okay? Let's make this visually appealing first. All right, here is the 15-minute candlesticks with 4-hour order blocks overlay only on this chart, okay? This is it. Scrunch them out. 15 minutes candlesticks on a 4-hour order block overlay. Now, let's turn this off and enable price action concepts based on 15-minute candlesticks. And here are the order blocks and the structure changes. Okay. I took a piece right here in this area. I took 45 ticks. That was the day. Luckily, I caught it, right? How did I catch it? Let's overlay the 4-hour order blocks, okay? And don't forget the Neo Cloud. Okay, there you go. All right, this is what I did. We head over back, higher time frame, 4 hour. Price busted up, right? What I was looking for, a retracement to the upside, didn't happen. It broke back into the Neo cloud, right? Once it broke back into the Neo cloud, I have to flip my mind. I am looking for a short right now, do or die. I'm looking for it right now, right? I'm going to concentrate on this. Here we go. At that time, when it broke inside the 4 hour Neo cloud, look what happened. The Neo cloud on a lower time frame, on the 15-minute, flipped to bearish. All right, a few bars after. Continuation of the change of structure. Change of structure was up here, boss and another boss, and then we had the Neo cloud flip. That was key for me. That was a big one, right? And then it busted through an order block, a 15-minute order block right here. That's where I took my entry, right? Next target was a nice round number to the next 4 hour order block, which was about 45 ticks, right? There we go. That was my trade, all right? I'm going to get to the chat questions in a little bit, okay? Let me review this. On the 4 hour, I was looking for the break to the upside. This was what I was looking for. I was looking for this. Right there. I wanted it. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. So what actually happened? This is what happened, right? You can see it clearly. That's what happened, right? When I opened up the chart, it was right there, right? That's what happened today. So now I got to flip my mindset, looking for bearish signals. I need a bearish signal to jump in because there was a nice order block target right there, right? Here we go. Price on the 4 hour chart pierced through the 4 hour Neo cloud at the same time as the 15-minute Neo cloud flipped. So to validate this Neo cloud flip, I'm looking at market structure, internal market structure. It confirms, right? Change in character, boss. I'm in like Flynn after it busted through this 15-minute order block. Target, 4 hour order block. This dark green, that's a 4 hour order block. Overlay on the 15-minute chart. And look how it's reacting. Hit it once, hit it twice, and it's coming back up. That's it, right? And the yellow box I drew was a breaker block. Order block, breaker block on the 15-minute. It's not there right now because it's mitigated, it's gone. But I hand drew it. It came from here, okay? It kind of paused, right? Okay. Hopefully that kind of gives you an overview on how I trade the 4 hour blocks. Okay, real life trade. All right, let me head over to gold. Gold, I want to describe how you can trade inside an order block. I know in the chat rooms, I've been saying I don't trade inside of order. That's me, but I know a lot of people, a lot of members have taken great trades inside of order blocks, right? But you gotta be on point and trade management. Okay, here is gold. This is what I saw in gold, right? I mentioned right here. Here are order blocks, right? 4 hour order blocks. It's got a nasty action here, right? I mean, you can see right there. This is why I don't trade it, right? I only trade like this. I want to see this. This is what I want to see. I want to go to the upside and path number 2, right? Path number 2, I want to see this. Those are the 2 paths I want to see. I do not want to trade inside this circle, which is the order blocks, right? I don't want any piece of that, right? But you can, if your style is to zoom in, you could, right? Let me show you. Okay. There we go. Let me find the spot here. All right. There we go. Global. Okay. Right there. Here is gold. 4-hour order blocks. Overlay on the 15-minute candlestick chart, okay? On the 4-hour chart, once price touched or pierced the outside of these 4 order blocks, I am looking to go long. That is my strategy, right? It pierced on the 4-hour. So 4-hour would be 15 minutes. So somewhere in here, right? It pierced, right? But what am I looking at though? You remember the other live stream? What am I looking at? Looking at a bunch of wicks. They're all overlapped. That means there is selling pressure, right? Sellers are pushing price down, right? Meanwhile, buyers are pushing price up. That's why you see wicks on both sides of the candles. These are regular candlesticks. So know your candlestick patterns, right? I don't know them all. There's 100 different patterns. The only patterns I know is doji, engulfing, and wicks. That's pretty much it for me, right? So once I see this choppy action, there is no play to the upside. So I need to wait for a signal to go to the upside, or wait for a signal to go to the downside, right? Where is that signal to the downside? There is no signal to the upside. Here's your setup, right? Let me enlarge it. There you go. There's your change. Okay. Depending on how you manage the trade and depending on your entry rules, you had a nice play on gold, right? Let's measure this out. About 600, right? We're not gonna, inflame this a little bit. Let's just say 500 to 600. Not too shabby, right? Where did it hit? Hit the next 4-hour order block, right? But most important, what is in the middle? What is in the middle? Let's turn off the 4-hour order blocks. There you go. A 15-minute breaker block. Take a look at this. Breaker block formed right here, an order block, right? Came back down. Retested that same level. Went back up, right? On that same note, take a look at this. Right? This order block's coming into play as well. So we're bouncing around between these two 15-minute order blocks, right? With support of the 4-hour order blocks. That's some powerful stuff we have here. Okay, so that is gold. Excuse me. All right, let's get back to signals and overlays. Briefly, okay. There's the matrix. Let's head over here. Okay. If I were to trade signals and overlays, right? Here's the 1 hour. Here's just signals, right? Long-term signal, right? Neo cloud bearish flipped, right? It flipped to bullish, okay? If you would have took this signal, you could have, but it's purple candles, right? No harm, no foul. You got a good scalp, right? You based your decision on this, right? Turning point, okay? You based your decision on this. Confirmation signal, okay? You based your signal on this. Money flow. Okay. No harm, no foul. You got a good scalp, right? After a couple bars, you got the neo flip. Okay. Let's drill it down to a lower time frame. Okay. When the 1 hour flipped, neo cloud bullish, the 5 minute was already in play with the neo cloud. Okay, I'll show you. All right, here it is. I have my crosshair in unison. There we go. We are right there. All right, let me draw the circle. Right there. Let me enlarge this chart. There you go. There was your play. How many pips is that? More than 10, I'll tell you that. If it was me, where would I have been done? I would have been done right. I mean, what is it? It is so small. Actually, this is the futures. I mean, I would have been, for the futures, I would go for, what is it? 4 or 5 points, I'd be 20, right? I would have been done somewhere in there, in that little box, right? But in reality, what was this move? Let's just say you're going to exit at the next signal. There you go. 99 ticks. Not too bad, right? On one full contract, what is that? I don't know. I mean, $12.50 a tick, $1,000 bucks, $1,250. Not too bad. Okay. Take a look at this signal. Take a look at the money flow. That should pique your interest, right? You could be like, let me see what's going on here. Maybe you didn't want to take this because of the neo cloud. It is getting thinner, right? You do have purple bars. All right, let's hold off a little bit. Let's hold off a little bit, right? Comes back up, comes back down. Guess what? Money flow. Still strong. Look at the overflow. Look at the turning points. This is the Heikin Ashi. Okay? It's the same thing as regular candlesticks. I'm gonna flip it back to regular candlesticks, right? Heikin Ashi. There's your entry if you wanted to wait for the color. All right? You don't see it right now, but it's because of my colors and contrast. Here's the turning point right there. Okay? There's your entry. All right? There's a confirmation exit you could have taken. That'd have been a nice scalp, right? Why don't you hold on for a little bit longer? Another exit you could use. Turning point up. If you're going turning point down, why don't we wait for the next reversal? That's a nice one, right? What if you held because of the candle colors? You could. That's a little stressful for me on futures, but you could, right? It's working out so far. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's why we have to use trigger signals to get us out. But if you want to blindly hold because of the colors, you could do that. That's still safe, right? Let's measure this one out. Since this is Heikin Ashi, opening is in the middle, right? Let's go down here. 87 about. Not too shabby. Nice days of work. All right. I'll get to the questions in a bit. All right. All right. Let's take a look at UJ on signals and overlays. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. If I were trading UJ and looked at this chart, this one would have been a tough one for me to take. All right. Well, why is that? Well, look at this. We have purple. But yet, this is long term though, right? If I would have turned this on to short term, I would have seen a lot of green and a lot of red, right? But in the big scheme of this, it's still in an uptrend. All right. But if you drill it down, notice the turning points here. Notice the turning points here. Okay. If you drill it down, you may find a few scalps, right? There you go. Let's go back to the turning points. Turning point down, turning point up. Okay, let's draw this circle. Let's draw it out here. This one was right here. Okay, let's go to the other one. Right there. Let's just say it's somewhere in there. Let's enlarge this chart. Okay. These two circles, yellow circles, represent the higher time frame of 1 hour matrix turning points. Okay. There are so many ways to take these trades. So many concepts, so many styles. Right? But as you can see, higher time frame turning point down. So many opportunities, so many rules, so many setups. You can add price action concepts, structure changes for an entry. Right? You can use money flow with an entry, right? Money flow down, money flow. Okay. Here's a turning point up. Let me squish the charts here so you can see. This circle was matrix turning point up. So many opportunities, so many setups, right? So many signals you can use depending on your style. If you wanted to wait for NeoCloud to flip it back up, there's your entry somewhere in here, right? If you wanted to wait for money flow, in addition to NeoCloud, there's the money flow. It would have been somewhere in here too as well, right? If you wanted to wait for NeoCloud candle coloring with money flow and matrix turning point, now we're going to really drill it down. It would have been somewhere here right? I'm not gonna lie to you. You could have took it here, right? Or you could have took it here. Those are two good entries. Well, Mickey, where's your stop? There's so many rules for a stop. My stop is when the story changes. It didn't change, right? Your stop could be, let's use a stop somewhere below the neo. I'm just generically saying that. That could be a stop, right? There could have been an order block in here somewhere too, if we would have turned on order blocks. I see some action here, right? There could have been an order block in here. That could have been the stop. Or it could have been some formula you have. 2 to 1, 1 to 2, whatever that is, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Your exit points on this entry. There was a quick one right here, right? And there was a signal flip right here. Let's just say you waited for the signal flip. This is more than 10 pips. All right, let's just say your entry was here. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? Let's just say it was here. You take it to here, right? Right there. 43. What's the math on that? 10 pips is what on UJ on a full contract? I don't know, I forget, 73, 75 bucks, something like that. Do the math, times 4. Not too shabby. All right, so that's UJ on signals and overlays. Okay, let me get to some questions. All right, let me head over to the chat. Let's see what we have here. Let's see, Seb, how are ya? Ivan, Jose, how are ya? You love SMC. Yes. We love Lux as well. All right. Let me head over to Discord too. Don't forget our Discord group. Post some questions. All right, let's see. There you go. Heart posting some charts. Love it. Pride, how you doing? Fury, Deepak, how are you? Come join us. Devil, how are you? Trent, Mimran, how are you? Mimran, what's your take on JP's speech tomorrow, Jackson Hole? I don't really have a take. I'm glad he's speaking. It pushes the market a little bit, you know. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. Good, we're good. How are ya? See. SJ, can you show us the signals and overlays again? Yeah, sure, I could do that. Fury, you want settings? Yes, okay. That's 2 votes. Let me head over to YouTube. They want setups. What's the best indicator? Of course, LuxAlgo is the best indicator. Oh, you're a lifetime member too. Sep, I see you on Discord as well. How you doing? Let's see. All right, let's head over to the settings. Let me head over to the settings. Ivan, how are you? Thank you very much. Nifty, yeah. I'll show. Tag me after this in the Discord room. I'll show you some Nifty. We actually went over Nifty just the other day, 2 days ago. But we'll probably go over some Nifty charts next week. But tag me in the room later today, okay, if you want to see some specific charts. Okay, let's head over to settings on signals and overlays. Is that what everybody wants? SJ signals, okay. All right, let's head on over. We got about 10 minutes before we wrap this up on YouTube, okay? Signals and overlays. There we go. There we go. Let's run down here. Okay. This is what I have. It's basic. It's generic. It's not rocket science, right? I just want something visually appealing to me that that can declutter my charts and mind. We have a lot of features. I can turn them all, right? And we have a lot of members that trade successful with all the features turned on, because they can train their mind to focus on one aspect of this indicator. For me, it gets cluttered sometimes, right? You know, when I'm in heat of the moment, I just want to see something jump out at me. So this is my chart and my settings. I don't put a pre-filter, presets or filters. You could. I could, you know, if I'm trading with NeoCloud, I could change this to NeoCloud filter. Just show me longs whenever it's a bullish NeoCloud. Show me shorts only when there's a bearish NeoCloud, right? But I like to see both, up and down, right? Since I have the auto sensitivity to long term, I'm not going to get that many signals, right? So I want to see both anyway, long and shorts. Okay, so autopilot, long term. You can try short, mid, or long, but I like long, right? Long term may give you 1 or 2 signals a week. It's not to say that you only have 1 or 2 opportunities, and if you miss it, you got to wait for next week. No, it's just telling me the overall trend. And during that week, if it still says, hey, you know, on your templates, it didn't provide a signal today. Yeah, great, because it provided us that signal maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. If it was long 2 days ago, it's still long right now. Okay, and I'm only looking for longs until I see the story change on a lower time frame. Okay, and of course I have the NeoCloud on and I have the dashboard on. It's kind of nice. The squeeze, the sentiment, all this is this is very important, of course, you know. But when in the heat of the moment, when I'm on a higher time frame, I want to glance. Okay, this is, you know, a bullish NeoCloud. I got some green candle bar, right? And I got a green box here. I got a bunch of green boxes here. Cool. In my mind, I'm only looking for longs, right? You could actually say I'm only looking for longs. I'm forgetting about the short. If you want to be really disciplined, yeah, forget about this nice short I showed you. Let's wait for the longs only, right? Because everything on this chart tells me long, right? Lower time frame, I'm only looking for long. Let's squish this chart a bit, right? So today, here's your play. Only looking for longs, okay? Let me take a look at the chat over YouTube. Ivan, what means purple candles? Purple candles meaning, in theory, it's actually very pertinent on regular candlesticks, not so much on Heikin Ashi. Heikin Ashi, I base my decision on candle formations, you know, with Heikin Ashi. But on regular candlesticks, let me flip it to regular candlesticks. All right. This is where the purple candle bars are powerful on regular candlesticks. See how there's an up move? Same signal as a higher time frame. That's all. Same movements. The Heikin Ashi just makes it easy for me to read price action based on Heikin Ashi, right? I am not smart enough to memorize all different candlestick patterns with regular candlesticks. Like I told you, you know, my brain is, you know, I only wicks, engulfing, maybe dojis, but there's so many others, right? But I use Heikin Ashi, but regular candlesticks, look, take a look at this. That's some nice range choppy action, all right? Take a look at the NeoCloud. It's a little flat line here, right? A little flat. Flat. Okay. take a look at this. Well, Mickey, what about the other? What about the other purple bars? Okay. There's your range. There's your range. Okay. If we move the same box over, I don't see no range on the green bars. I do here. This one's a little bit rangy, right? But I would have to read the candlesticks patterns. I'm not smart enough. On the fly, I am not smart enough. If I could read it on the book, yeah, I'll understand it. But on the fly, in real time, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not smart enough. My brains cannot act that quickly. But I turn on Heikin Ashi, my brain can act very quickly on this. Let me zoom in here. When there's no wicks on the bottom of the candle and there's wicks on top, that means it's a bullish move. Right? And vice versa. When there's wicks on top of a bar, no, on the bottom of the bar, when there's wicks on the bottom of the bar and no wicks to the top, that means bearish. Take a look at this. No wicks. I'm holding, I'm holding, I'm holding, I'm holding. Right? We have a doji, little pause. Right? But I do not see wicks on only one side of the bar. So that means we're holding, we're holding, we're holding, we're holding, we're holding until right here. Here is my Heikin Ashi bar pattern to say, get out of town. Okay? To make it much easier to understand, let's turn off the colors. Because Heikin Ashi is a trend indicator anyway. All right? There you go. I'm holding. I'm holding. Doji. No confirmed downtrend yet. I'm holding. I'm holding. 2 dojis. No confirmed break to the downside yet because I have wicks on both sides of the bar. Right? Holding. Holding. This is the first bar that has no wicks on top. All right? That means this is a signal, a pending signal. Could be a bearish move. I'm out. That is how I read Heikin Ashi candlesticks. Much easier for me on the fly. Okay. Any other questions in YouTube chat? Ivan, you're welcome. Nafis, you got a pink alligator. Cool. Johnny, hey, how are ya? Scalping setup. Yeah, tag me in the Discord room. I'll shoot you some links. Nefis, you can't hear my voice. Anyone can hear my voice? I'm good, right? Don't tell me an hour into this, no one can hear me.
Oh no, you're good, man. And I'm back now.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Nah, you're good. I've been watching you, so making sure everything's good.
Yeah, if that happened, I'm gonna shut my computer and just, hide in my hole.
But
hey,
yeah,
Jake,
man.
do you have anything on your end that you want to go over? Are you good?
I mean, I could go over something briefly, maybe. Let me see if I can get up my chart.
Yeah,
so just to kind of make it fun, I haven't even looked at any charts today, so I can kind of just jump in.
Yeah, we're not cherry picking. Just open it, right? First time today for you.
Yeah, for real. Let me see here. Sorry, let me just start with gold, I guess. Let me just pull it up. Bear with me. Let's see. I got. Let me flip this over for you guys. If it'll let me.
Okay, let me stop my stream, right?
Yeah, stop your stream and I'll hop in.
Okay,
you.
on.
Let me share.
Hearthstone, jeez. Dresmore.
There we go. I got it going on here too.
Easy.
All right, guys. Let's look at this. I haven't even looked today, So this is what I do before I hop on, and I'll close this out. Let me pull my chart first. Okay, so we currently are looking at gold here. Let me zoom out a little bit so we're not too zoomed in. And wow, we already got, a decent little setup here. Sensitivity is first thing I change on the signals and overlays. So I dropped that to 17 because it tells me here. So now that's going to adjust the signals to make sure it's optimized. And I am right now would be looking bearish. You can see we just got a strong bearish signal after this bullish move, and we have that bearish change of character. Well, the bearish change of character is happening while the price action is still a little bullish. So noticing that, I wait for something bearish to happen. Well, guess what? We do have a break of the smart trail as price is consolidating down here. And then we get a retest as it flips red. But the other cool thing, if I take off signals and overlays, we have some fair value imbalance here that we're filling and actually respecting. So we've respected that now. You can see that the money flow has flipped here. And so with this bearish signal, which is a strong bearish signal, I would actually right now on gold, this is the 5-minute chart, so very short time frame, I will be looking for a short if we retest this area. Now, only if it reacts, right? The best part about this is we already have a target in place. So seeing that imbalance there, we know that price likes to go towards liquidity. So that liquidity there still needs to be filled. And we would be looking for our short entry off that level. Let me find my path tool. There's so many tools in this. But again, we would target, guess what? This lower high volume order block. So there's quite a big potential trade that could happen here. I'd set my stop, above that swing high / order block there. And then I would target the lower order block, and that's a 5-to-1 ratio. Like, what a setup that would be. So that's kind of for gold what we'd be looking for intraday. Obviously, we're about midday right now. But again, bearish. We flip bearish now. We're already showing price reacting to the bearish side. But notice the money flow. That's that middle oscillator here. Notice how it's increasing, and we haven't been decreasing yet. We've just been increasing. So there is a lot of bearish flow coming. So another level of confirmation would be to see a bearish cross here. So I want to see that bearish cross, and then we could potentially have a move lower here on gold. And you can already see it's already showing that bearish price action. So I probably would have wanted to wait for a retest here because I would be a little late, but you never know. We'll see here. Got that break of structure as well. But let's take a look at the 15 minutes, see if this is something that's even stronger than it looks. Let me remove the drawings here. Optimized sensitivity is 15. And like Mickey does, I would recommend if you don't use autopilot and want optimized sensitivity at all times, just go with a two chart setup on your trading view. Do one on a 15-minute, one on a 5, one on an hour, one on a 5. It's just however you like your setup. Again, that's the best part about these indicators is that you can use them to adapt to your personal trading. So it doesn't matter kind of what kind of trader you are. You can use these in any market. But again, look at this 15-minute order block reject. That's incredible. So this here, without signals and overlays. So I will say, depending on the asset too, you need to understand what you're trading. And gold, very, very big ranges. Gold doesn't usually trend very much. So you guys that trade gold or Forex, you get these random price spikes, these random volume spikes that, you would want to be able to catch. And so that's going to come into play better when you're using like a price action indicator. I personally agree on using price action mostly on gold. You can use signals and overlays as well to get that extra level of confluence. But even just look at this here. We get a bearish change of character after a break of structures. So I like break of structures into a change of character. So because of that reason, I like to look short after we've shown that this trend was clearly strong. You got to change character, bullish, break a structure, break a structure, break a structure. And then now we get that change of character. So this trend could be, exhausted. So getting that change of character, first need to look for that setup. Well, we get this order block printed. We have a high sell volume there. Sometimes seeing that high sell volume can mean the sellers are not going to be active at this level, but notice they were, but probably because the order block here wasn't a crazy amount of volume. It was only 18% of the initial volume that we're seeing throughout the order blocks that are on the screen. Now, seeing this reaction though, what's another thing I can use to identify that this, might be a good place of entry? Well, that's why we have our third indicator called the oscillator matrix. And the biggest thing I'm seeing right now is this signaled bearish divergence. All right, we're getting bearish divergence off of an order block reject. If that doesn't scream short, then I don't know what does. So with that bearish divergence, you got that bearish crossover as well. And this order block reject, you could wait till you get a proper, reject, which would be probably about here. You can put your stop above that. And right now this is trading at a 2-to-1, and that's exactly what I target, is a 2-to-1. Or look, we're trying to fill this imbalance right now, which is already looks like gonna get mitigated. So this lower one might get mitigated as well, but again, showing that reaction, showing the bearish divergence, using that confluence. We have strong bearish money flow. Sure, it's decreasing after this run down, but again, you got that bearish cross with the bearish divergence. So seeing that on top of the money flow being bearish, that can indicate, okay, we might actually get a nice little turn, a little trade off that order block. So that's set up very nicely off that order block for a decent trade. And that's how I would use, these two indicators trading gold specifically. I know I didn't have the settings up here for gold, so you guys, sorry, the watermark here, but these are all default settings, by the way. I haven't changed a single thing other than optimizing the signals and overlays. I like the default settings, but yeah, guys, that's how I would trade gold. This is the 15-minute chart, and the 5-minute I like to trade in scalping, pretty much is what I do. So people asking about that, if you're trading gold, price action concepts plus the oscillator matrix. And again, I want to touch on the fact that if you guys are interested in these indicators, make sure to just go to our I can get it here. Go to our website at LuxAlgo.com. For one, you get 30 days risk-free as well as 30% off your first order if you use code LUX30. But I actually want to entice you to go to the resources here. And if you're on a on a cell phone, you're going to see a tab on the right. Click this there. Go to resources. Hit the guides. This is completely free. Okay. This is going to give you in-depth information on every single feature we offer. We want you to understand everything that you're getting when you sign up for that 30 days risk-free. So you can go through here and you can study all this and figure out, how you could use it for your trading. You can learn about our alert system, about the price action concepts, and also for you guys that don't like to read, because we are in a digital age now, we have videos on each one as well. So go check out the guides here under resources on the LuxAlgo website. It's free, so don't worry about it. Go check it out. And yeah, you can really look at, let's say you're into the volumetric order blocks. So here we break down exactly how to use it, each feature. Like we have breaker blocks as well. We have internal activity and metrics and it can tell you how to use each part of these different volume percentage on the order blocks as well. And then there's also features within each type, each order block, where you can change your mitigation methods for close wick average. All of this is going to keep you updated on everything we change, as well as everything that comes with the entire suite that you get for 30 days risk free. So yeah, check that out, LuxAlgo.com. And I think that's going to wrap it up. We're over an hour here, so appreciate you
Awesome.
guys joining in, and yeah, Mickey for taking us through the charts today. I'll be back for the longer stream next week, but let me just try to. Okay, I guess I'll have to go back to my chart here. Sorry. There it is. All right. It wasn't pulling up on YouTube. But, yeah, guys, for tuning in on Discord, thank you as well. Yeah, make sure if you do sign up, guys, you get access to the VIP Discord. You don't have, it's not a separate thing. It all comes together as one package when you sign up. But we are going to start doing these. And our boy Mickey is in the free chat on the Discord, but mostly in VIP. And like he mentioned probably a few times, is we do have a VIP strategy section that has to do with it's all the pro strategies. And actually, I do want to share that with our YouTube here as well. We have a pro strategy section here that we pick and choose based off of how we see it. So we'll read through these, make sure that it's something that's actually viable, and then we'll post it for our entire VIP community to have in order to understand if you're a swing trader, a day trader, or you're a scalper or a long-term trader. There's strategies in here that people in our community have shared that we really like. So make sure to check that out, especially if you guys in the Discord that don't know about this. Check that out in the VIP section. But this is a really cool group for understanding how all these indicators work and how to best use them. So
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mickey. And guys, we'll see you next week here on YouTube again, and you guys in Discord, we'll see you next week as well. But hope you enjoyed, and see you soon.
Have a good one, everyone.
Yeah, see you guys.